Your inner being and high vibration. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. In the title, we have two important things. High vibration is what we are. We're high vibration beings. Everything about this universe in its natural state is high vibration, and all the things that we want to experience are high vibration. They're high vibration experiences because when we think about them, they feel good, they're positive emotion. And that's in alignment because we can be, do, or have what we want. And so the frequency of everything is high vibration. And so that's where we want to live our life, in a high vibration state. And the wild card in this, of course, is our thought energy, because we are free to choose whatever we want, and we can choose low vibration. So that's the part that we got to watch out for, that we're making sure that we use our thinking mind for those high vibration kinds of thoughts. And then that allows the process of joyous expansion to cycle and cycle and cycle as we experience, and we have contrast, and then there's the expansion and the receiving as we are living our days with high vibration thought energy. So that allows it all to flow. So we certainly want to be our high vibration self in all of our thoughts and our beliefs. So what does our inner being have to do with that? Well, let me show you how the inner being figures into this, because if you take our inner being out of the picture, you'll see that no wonder humanity has been having such a rough ride, because we've been trying to do the job of our inner being, but if we do that, and we can't do that, but if we try, there's so much low vibration in that. You see, our total self is the non-physical aspect of us, which is pure positive energy. That's our inner being. And so part of us stays in that form, while there's part of us that extends into a physical body to come play in this physical life of joyous expansion. And to really effectively do that in a good, easy, enjoyable way, it's both parts of us working together with other elements, of course, of the creative process. But what I want to cover here is this dynamic of our dual presence, which is a non-physical aspect and a physical aspect, and what the importance is in our physical thinking mind and the knowing of how our inner being factors into this, because it most certainly is a very necessary element for us to be aware of if we really are going to be able to be in those high vibration thoughts all day long. So right away we know that from the creative process, that when we have some contrast in our life, our physical life, there's something that we don't want. We call that contrast, which is a celebration, because it means our inner being is listening and knows what we want. When there's something unwanted, our inner being knows what we want from that. And we can too, if we settle down and we look at it from that perspective. But if we get upset about the contrast, then we're not in the frame of mind to realize exactly what it means in terms of our life expanded and has gotten better. And we can receive that. So our inner being is listening all the time with us, all of the time. And our inner being has no judgment on us whatsoever, always sees us as a very powerful creator, brilliant gifts and talents, characteristics, just absolutely an amazing physical being, and with all the support of the universe, of course, in conjunction with our human faculties to be and live as that creator of our reality. So our inner being sees us as that and nothing else. It doesn't matter what we do, what we decide. Our inner being never sees us in any way that's not in a very positive way, always loving us, always seeing us as the very best of a creator of our reality. And as we have contrast, you see, that's when our inner being kicks in to do its part to say, okay, so you had that experience, great, that's what you came for, and you got clarity. And so now I know what you want. You could know what you want too, but I certainly know what you want, and I'm going to set that up as a vibrational reality. So that's the first thing that happens, is there's a vibrational version of the thing that you want, and it's done, and it's for sure, it's 99% all in place or taking care of the path and everything else. So you see, your inner being, because it knows the energies of the universe, it's taking care of the how and the who and the where and the when. So it's all very easy for you in terms of knowing what you want and why you want it, the emotional reasons. So that's the vibration of it, the emotional reason, which is a positive emotion. So that's really your part in a desire, is to just know what it is. And it can be very general. You could say, I want a job that's exciting. That's enough. That's enough, because that's a resistance-free thought. And your inner being knows the details and has it all set up as a vibrational reality. So even if you're as general as that, that's enough. Now, you could be more specific. You could go right down to very specifics, and that's okay too. That's as long as what you're talking about in terms of the job that you want, that there's no resistance, then of course you're at the vibrational level of it. And so that is what part of what allows it to flow into your life. So that's these are some of the things so far that I've talked about, that imagine if you didn't know that you had an inner being. Well, then you'd be questioning yourself, are you good enough, or can you have what you want? Not really sure. How are you going to get things done? Who's going to help you? When's it going to happen? Where? See, it's just endless questions, and they're all low vibration, because there's no certainty. There's doubt around all of that. There's no sureness to that. It makes it a challenge to believe anything is going to be the way you want it to be, or come into your life. So you see, without the knowing of your inner being and what it's doing, you can see you're pretty much going to have low vibration in your energy. It's just really a given, because that peace is the peace that gives you a lot of ease and calm and relax, because you know everything is taken care of. You don't have to do the how and all those other details. Your inner being takes care of those, and you just go through your day with a positive focused mind, positive on people, positive on yourself, positive on your past, positive on your dreams, positive on your relationships, positive on your health. And no matter what they are, no matter what the physical condition is, you can always have a positive thought about it. So that's really your job in this physical life of yours, is that positive focused mind, to find those thoughts that allow you to have those positive focused thoughts. So that's our job as a human being, in terms of us living the life of joyous expansion. Okay, so what else is our inner being doing? Well, an inner being sets it all up. And before I go into exactly what your inner being is doing, what other thing it's doing, just to give you an idea so you can understand something else that I'm going to talk about that your inner being is doing. Just imagine if you and a friend went into the forest, and you're going to set up camp, but you didn't know the area, and so you wanted to know where some water was, but neither one of you knew. And so one person went up to the top of the hill, and they have some kind of a communication device, and you're down there on the ground level. And so now, with your friend at the top can see the lay of the land, it's directing you, go west, go north, go whatever direction, and there you go. You have the water, but without that kind of teamwork, you both could be wandering around and even getting lost in the wilderness and still not come up with water. So you can see the difference, how easy it is, or versus how challenging it would be, and no certainty, and maybe not even a very nice experience at all. So think about that. It's because it's exactly about what I'm going to show next, which is something your inner being does for you. And it's like this. See, you're on planet Earth, and so you're having thoughts about things. And the thoughts that you have, if they're in alignment, then you're inviting the path to everything that you want. And if they're not in alignment, so they're low vibration, then you're not in that vibration of receiving the things that you want, the path to them. So your inner being can see everything where you can't. See, you're on planet Earth, so you're in the details, but your inner being doesn't have to contend with those details. It just knows what you want and where everything is that is going to come together for you to receive it. It knows the vibration of everything. So it wants you to be that vibration in your thought energy so that you can connect with the path. See, the law of attraction kicks in here, and then as you're feeling positive emotion from the thoughts that you're thinking in alignment, law of attraction is connecting to you with those details for you to receive what you want. So your inner being knows if you're having a thought that is out of alignment. In other words, if you're saying something about yourself that's not very nice, beating yourself up in some way or judging yourself or whatever, your inner being is going to send you an emotion like unworthy. And that's your signal to realize that, oh, wait, now I'm talking about myself in a way that isn't really true. Let me clean that up. So then you do, and you get feeling good about yourself. Now you're the vibration of the things that you want. You see, your inner being is guiding you, just like your friend guides you to the water. Your inner being is guiding you to the things that you want and using emotion to do that. So then if you are thinking about something else in your life and you're thinking, oh, it's going to be hard to get this, or maybe I can't get it, I'm not even sure if I can have it. And your inner being is thinking, wait now, I've got it all set up already. It's not even about you having it. You have it. It's just about receiving it. And you're thinking a thought like you don't have it, and it's going to be hard when I've already got it all set up in the path. So then your inner being will send you an emotion like disappointment or frustration or any of those emotions that would represent the kind of thoughts that you're thinking when you think you can't have what you want or it's going to be hard or any of that kind of thinking. So your inner being communicates with you a negative emotion to tell you that thought is out of alignment. And then you bring it back, and by remembering, oh, wait now, this is not going to be hard. In fact, this is going to be very easy and joyous and effortless because my inner being set up all the details and I just got to receive them. So why don't I start getting into a very happy and joyous place about that thing being on the way. I can feel the emotional essence of it as though I have it now because my imagination allows me to emotionally feel like it's a now thing. So it's all done. And as I feel that, and then I'm also positively focused going through my day on the things in my life and the people in my life and my past and my financial situation, all the areas of life. As I'm choosing thoughts that feel good, then I'm going to receive emotions that tell me that I'm going to feel happy, I'm going to feel satisfied, I'm going to feel at ease. And that's basically my inner being saying, great, you're choosing thoughts that are high vibration, they're all in alignment, you're a match to everything you want, you're a match to the path, and you are in the process of receiving. You see, that's the communication that's going on. Your inner being is always guiding you, in addition to all these other things that your inner being does for you in terms of being with you and seeing how good you are and how worthy and deserving and all of that, and noticing when you don't like something and knows the details of it. So then it puts it all together, vibrational reality, everything is set up. And then on top of that, it's going to guide you to it. It's done all that work for you to put it all into place. All you did was have the experience that told you you didn't like that, so you got clear on what you wanted. Now, so much, what do we say, 99%, you can see why 99% is all done for you. And your inner being is even guiding you. So, some people say, oh, you got to balance. You can't have all positive emotion. You got to balance negative, positive. There got to be a balance in life. And it's a complete misunderstanding. A negative emotion is your inner being telling you you're going away from what you want. You're going in the opposite direction. You don't want to balance negative emotion with positive emotion. That's completely ridiculous. There's no reason whatsoever to entertain negative emotion. When it comes, it's just your indicator to say, hey, your thoughts are out of alignment, bring them back in. That's the value of a negative emotion. But you don't want to have the equal amount of negative emotion to positive emotion. That's not the kind of balance you're looking for. That is going to be one rough life if you got as much negative emotion as you got positive emotion going on. So your inner being helps you with all of that. Now, just to hit this point home, you may have played a game when you were a kid called something. You may have called it different, but it's like a game of hot and cold. So you're with a friend, and they pick an object, and you're in the room with them. And as you walk around, they're going to tell you hot or cold, meaning the closer you get to it, they're going to tell you you're getting hotter, and they're going to give you guidance like that. Or if you start walking away, they're going to say, oh, you're getting cold. So what do? You start walking in a different direction. So you get that guidance, oh, you're getting hotter, you're getting closer. So that your inner being kind of plays that game with you, right? So as you think thoughts and they're in alignment, then it's your inner being saying, yes, that's right, that's an agreement, you're getting closer, keep thinking those thoughts, you're trending towards the things that you want, the manifestation's coming closer, it's coming closer, keep thinking those good feeling thoughts. You see, your inner being basically playing that game with you. So if you play it with your inner being, then your life's going to go very well, very smooth, very satisfying. Just pay attention to the guidance. Use your emotions for guidance. Very, very, very important. And in your daily emotion tracker, I say you want to see 90 to 95%. You could have 100% positive emotion. You do not want to entertain 50% negative emotion in your day. If you got that kind of thinking, you got one rough life going, because that kind of energy, that kind of thought energy going to the law of attraction, that is a complete rodeo ride. You don't want to be on it. So this is the way you use emotion. This is the exact way you use emotion. So you can see how important your inner being is to you. If you discount your inner being, then you're on your own, right? Now you've lost your guidance system. You don't know everything is done for you. So now you're going to be living uncertainty. You can see how much low vibration is inherent when you exclude your inner being from the picture, right? And it's your counterpart. You're a team together, physical and non-physical. Now your body is eventually going to go away. It'll be here so long, but then your non-physical energy, you're always that, you're eternally that, and then you'll extend to another body, and joyous expansion keeps going and going like that. Life is eternal like that. So somebody actually asked me to do this video if I would talk about inner being. So there you go. You've got the full understanding of how your inner being factors in here, and how you want to leverage your inner being, and the comfort you can get from your inner being. And that's the most important relationship of your whole life. If you get that relationship with your inner being in order, your life is going to be magical, because when you're in alignment with your inner being, that means you're thinking the thoughts that are all high vibration. You're flowing with that energy. Everything you want is high vibration, so your whole life flows, and you're receiving the path, not only the things that you want, but those lovely paths of all kinds of details. And it's a wonderful thing of life when you're receiving that path. That's all a very, very lovely part of life, in addition to the things that you want. So you can see it's a daily continuous flow of joy expansion when you're high vibration, and you can be high vibration when you're in alignment with your inner being. And that basically means listening to your emotion, because your inner being will tell you moment by moment if the thoughts you're thinking are in alignment with the creative process, with your life, with that you want, with what the way your inner being is seeing it, knowing it to be. So very, very important. You really want to get this relationship with your inner being, be very clear on it, what your job is, what your inner being's job is, and keep yourself in alignment with your inner being. A lot of times I say to people, if you're feeling out of sorts, just walk up the hill and see what your inner being sees, because when you see what your inner being sees, you will not feel bad anymore. You will not feel sad. You will not feel lack. You will not feel frustrated. You will feel excited. You will feel joyful. You will feel satisfied. You will feel at ease. So that's a nice little visual that you can use on yourself to walk up the top of the hill with your inner being, sit with your inner being, and then start thinking from the perspective that your inner being is thinking and seeing, and then you'll be able to look at everything in your daily life from that perspective, and it will all come to you in a way that's feeling good and serving you. No matter what it is, it's serving you, and as you see it, as your inner being sees it, you'll know that. Okay, so that's the video for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post and enjoy your day.